Hello everyone! Today we will be taking a look at my second Siege figure, the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Siege Voyager class Starscream, which this guy is one of my favorite Siege figures. I really like him, but before we get into the figure, let's look at the box, because Siege boxes are kind of cool. You got Siege on there, there's the name, there's his number. He is number 24. And then you got this really cool picture of Starscream right here, which, if you take a black light, which I have a handheld one because I got the Special Edition Journal 3. Come on, work. My black light doesn't work completely. You can go in there, and you get a secret code, which reads Seekers, or Null Array. I completely forgot. Yeah, I think it's Null Array. There's the entirety of the thing. Voyager class, Class A Voyager, that's MGO's thing. The War for Cybertron thing, there's a Decepticon symbol. And then you got the beautiful Siege artwork, which I'm very, very excited for the show. Words cannot describe how absolutely excited I am for this thing. Then you go in the back of the box and you got, the normal product shots, which are pretty dope. You got Aimless, whom I actually might get soon if I can find him. And 24, legal stuff. And on the bottom, you just have more legal stuff. The box is cool enough. And then you got the inside, which looks pretty nice. But enough of the box. Let's get to the actual figure, whom, like I said, is one of my favorite Siege figures. He just looks like G1 Starscream, and I absolutely love it. Because I love G1 Starscream. I love his design, and the only thing that I don't like about him is how Megatron still keeps him around. Seriously, just kill him already. He's betrayed. He's tried to kill you. You should finally do it. Anyway, enough about me talking about G1. Let's talk about a figure that's designed after a character from G1. Okay, anyway, the figure is very good, but I'm gonna get into some complaints. The null rays are kind of loose, but I'm also okay with that. Due to this being a Siege figure, you have little ports right here. You have these little ports right there, which you can put a little blast effect in. I don't have any at the moment. Well, that's a lie. I'm just too lazy to get them. And you can put them on the tips of the guns right there. I'm gonna spin it around, considering it's actually accurate to the show. Whoops. So, yeah. And if I remember correctly, yes, because I did, there are little ports right there. And his null rays down here, which I think actually have an official name. Let me check. They do have a name. They're HPI null ray laser launchers, and you can practically just put them anywhere that you want because they're null rays. But you can practically put them anywhere that you want. You can put them in the hands. Let me move the camera up. And you can put them in his hands right here, which is where I'm going to put Skywarps if I ever get them. Dang it, Amazon, please get them back in stock. I'm in the hands, which is where I put Thundercrackers, but I put Starscreams right here. Or you could put them on his legs, but that's just really stupid. So, yeah. Let's zoom in on his face because it's very nice. That is a very nice Starscream face sculpt. It actually looks like Starscream. And if you noticed on his head, if you get a flashlight, which I have one, it's a little bit of light piping right there. And I love it, because I like light piping. It's very cool. It's very nice light piping. And there's a little bit, like, right here, but there's a little bit on his, this thing right here, but, I don't care about that as much, because it's not his face, and it's nice. Now on to Posability. His Posability is pretty good. I mean, it's not the worst thing. Oh, and here's another thing. All the Siege figures have battle paint except for like a few of them. It's not really a complaint. I just wish that I just wish that it wasn't so excessive on some of them, but, you know, I can live with it. The only Earthrise figures that have battle paint are Hoist, whom I do have, remember, from that video a while ago that I actually can't remember what it is. Hoist has battle paint for some reason, and the Earthrise Astrotrain has battle paint, but I can see why, considering he's just a repaint of Siege Astrotrain, whom I might be getting soon. Follow me on Instagram to find out. Enough of my plugs. Here is Posability. He's got a head swivel, which is kind of blocked by these protruding shoulder things. He can look up that far due to this little thing right here, and he can look down that far, so he can have like a condescending look on you as he looks from the top of Cybertron after he has killed Megatron. That's my Starscream. Please hire me for voice actors. That was a joke. I don't think I can do that. Anyway, so his arms can move out. They can move forward due to this joint for transformation. Bicep swivel. These can also swivel, rotate. Remove that. There's a elbow joint and a double elbow joint for transformation purposes. And there's a wrist swivel, but for some reason it's really tight. Now wings do have Posability. They can both flap, which is not how that works. They can go up, and that's pretty much it. He's got a waist swivel, but it's kind of blocked by this butt thing right here. And he's got a little port for a stand, and this little. I don't think I can say that. His leg can move out. Both of his, he can do a spread, where that's, like I said, revealed a little hole right there. And he's got his legs move out. He can bend in. This one is looser than this one for some reason, but I have no complaint with it. And by the way, you can try and screw it in, but it doesn't seem to work because I've tried it a lot. These can collapse. His little high heels can collapse for transformation. This can fold out. I don't know why. It's not for transformation or anything. And he's got like a micro pivot. Posability on this guy is actually really good. I didn't expect the posability to be this good, but if you take a stand in the mix, you can get some really cool aerial poses, such as you take the stand and plug it into that previously mentioned booty hole, and just adjust it. The stand is not included. This is a Bandai stand because my brother owns one and it's very loose. You can get some pretty cool poses where Starscream's just flying and also he's standing on a slight tilt, and that's because I'm convinced that one of Starscream's legs is bigger than the other, but everyone calls me crazy. I don't know why. What? He's on a tilt. You can see it too, right? It's not just the camera, is it? Now, when it comes to sizes, this guy isn't actually. He's not the tallest figure of all time, but he's also not the biggest boy. He's like 7 inches. So here's last week's review. Okay. Combo Charger. Hey, where are you going? B and Yang, who I just noticed Yang fell over. There it is. And my only other figure of Starscream that I own. Yes, I love him, but I only own 2 so far. The Rid 2005 Starscream figure, which is not a bad figure. You might remember this one from the video that I'm most proud of, my toy review video where I just got a bunch of toys together and gave my short thoughts on them. Yeah, you might remember that. I don't know, but that was a long time ago. What was it, like 2 years ago? I don't know. Feels like 30. Now, this guy has a very good robot mode, but what about his vehicle mode? Because that's what we're going to get into right now with this transformation. What I like to do, you can take these off, and you can put them anywhere. You can put them on the legs in the alternate mode, but I like to put them on the wings, mainly because when I lean the thing forward, the null rays lean forward. Of course, it doesn't. I'm just going to take them off right now. So, with the arms, you fold them out, fold in, collapse that into itself, and then fold it in. You do the other thing on the other side. There. And now you have both of the arms. Then you pull out the back, which if you want to, you can, like, see this part right here? You can rip it off and, like, just have a Starscream with no body and just have a Tetrajet, which is what he transforms into. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's really hard to put back on. So anyway, you take these, collapse them in on themselves, because that's what you do for the transformation. Straighten that out, and back here there is a little flap thing right here. You flip it the head up, and then that blocks the back light piping, and then you just fold his head back. I don't know why I made that moaning noise. But before you completely fold it back, because as you see it's halfway, you untab this chest, and then and that flips out. Now, that allows you to, whoa, I just hit the table, everything's okay. Everything is okay. So that allows you to hold this, swivel the waist around, now you can completely do it, collapse these feet, and then, well, okay, you want to make sure that these little slits go into these little holes. See, look, right there and right there. And you want to pull these down for a little bit. Keep them pulled down. Spin the arm around, tab in there, spin it around, tab in these little two slits. And then you take the front part, pull it down, flap the wings down, and then you just, when you hear a click, that's these things tabbing in right there, and then bam. Then you take this, pull it out, I'm gonna push it in, put this into these two little slots right there. You pull this up, and you have the finished Tetrajet mode, which is basically just a shell former, but I don't care because it looks really good. Oh, and you take these null rays. You can take these two null rays and just... That almost worked. There it is. You can just put them anywhere. You can put them, like... I prefer to put them right here because these ports are really loose for some reason. But you can put them here. You can put them in the arm little arm holes right there. You can put them in the left. The Seekers transformed to in the first episode of Generation 1, which I've seen. I finished Season 2, and I feel very good about it.